Hurley, you're not officially under that tornado warning, but I definitely would be thinking about what you're going to do in case that tornado warning is extended over into your area crossing Highway 613. So from 57 to 63, everyone in this red polygon here, that's the area that we're really concerned about the potential for tornadic circulations. I do just want to kind of mention everyone else, though, because if you're feeling left out, I know we're talking a lot about northern Jackson County, everybody else seeing some intense storms. Look at this entire line of storms just really isn't moving much. And we've seen very, very high rainfall amounts. Getting some information here. Okay, so looks like we got some new information coming in to the newsroom. Let's go ahead and toss it back over to Hugh. He has some information to share with us.
Okay, so we're going through the map of this severe weather and the tornado warning. We do have a confirmed tornado touchdown in Jackson County. This is pretty much right on the Jackson County and Harrison County line in D'Iberville on Lemoyne Boulevard. We're told that it has resulted in car damage and injury. Crews are just getting to the scene. This is in the D'Iberville area, and if I'm looking at my map correctly, this is not going to be far at all from the Walmart Supercenter there in D'Iberville near the Jackson County and Harrison County line. We do have significant damage reported in that area. Once again, this is Lemoyne Boulevard, and if we are weather guys, do you see where this possibly was, where that or any signs of what might have caused this damage that we're talking about on Lemoyne?
Yeah, we're watching this right through here. If we go through the radar, check out right here just south of LaRue, looks like we could have had the tornado touchdown, but looking at Lemoyne, yeah, it's looking like right down through here. You know, this is that second rotation we've been talking about that made its way up north of Van Cleve. So this rotation is still alive. Here's where it was. Made its way across the Harrison and Jackson County line. Let me show you where that is now. I'm going to actually zoom out here real quick and show you where that's headed. We have had a confirmed tornado with this. It is possibly still on the ground. This is that second area of rotation we're talking about. It kind of moved off to the north. It kind of dances around a little bit, it looks like, this rotation. And it actually moved off just off to the northeast. I'm taking a second look at it here, just west of Van Cleve, and there it is, really kind of blowing up there. Just north of Van Cleve, and now let's go to where it is now. Looks like it has kind of dissipated a little bit, but still a little bit of rotation there. It is now along Old River Road. It is just about to hit Wade. If this tornado is still on the ground, if you are in the Wade community, you really need to be in your safe spot. There is reported damage with this storm, this area of rotation. Once again, I'm going to circle it right there. That's on Highway 614, and it's headed right for Wade. So make sure you're in your safe spot. Eric showed it earlier. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. And, of course, Eric's watching this very closely as well.
Yeah, Andrew, we're looking at the same thing here, but I've just been able to kind of look out here and see how fast those winds are moving within that circulation. And earlier it was in the 70s. Now that velocity is now around 82 miles per hour going into the storm. So that circulation crossing Old River Road is very strong. It's still very strong. And we've had reports of damage with this circulation when it started out over the D'Iberville area, and it's raced off towards the north and towards the east. And that circulation, again, 82 mile per hour, that's a very strong velocity couplet. That's crossing highway or at least Old River Road. So definitely take your tornado precautions. Andrew?
Yeah, Eric, also that second area rotation, we're of course watching that one very closely, but just off to the north, there's a possibility we have two tornadoes within this tornado warning. And I really want to bring that home. Right now, there's where the first area rotation is, and then up towards Old Americus, Highway 63 from Three Rivers all the way up to the George County line may actually have two tornadoes about to cross it. That second area of rotation is located right here. That first area of rotation that we talked about that actually produced damage is located just south of it. These are both moving off to the northeast. This is going across Highway 63 near Old Americus and then head towards Harleston. We're going to be watching that area, and then I'm going past the Wade community now too. This is out Hurley, you are outside of the tornado warning, and so is Harleston. Be in your safe spot because these rotations are still pretty significant, and this tornado warning is likely going to get extended into your area, especially after these reports have come in. So once again, I'm actually going to zoom out real quick and put some trackers on both of these, see if we can get an idea about the timing on everything. This is once again moving northeast. The first rotation, Old Americus by 6:41. Harleston, 6:53. That's your time period. The rotation to the south, that could be headed to Wade and Hurley. In Wade by 6:43, possibly even earlier. Don't wait till that time to get to the safe spot. Get there now. A tip that I give to everyone, and I give it to my own family whenever I'm helping them out with severe weather, turn up the TV, go to your safe spot. We'll tell you when to get out. Crank up that TV all the way, and we'll let you know whenever it's safe to come out. But right now, just get to that safe spot and stay there till we say so. By 6:55, Hurley. So we're watching all these areas close, crossing Highway 63 and Highway 613 over these next 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, definitely some very good advice from meteorologist Andrew Wilson. And again, what we were just looking at, or what he was looking at, was how the winds were moving within that storm. Now we're back to the radar where it shows how heavy the rain is. And the point of this is you're not going to be able to see any type of circulation rolling on through. This is going to be rain wrapped. You're not going to be able to see anything because there's so much heavy rain falling. So those two circulations north of Van Cleve and just to the northwest of Hurley, crossing Highway 613, yeah, though you're not going to be able to see anything with the very heavy rain, the strong winds, and lots of lightning. So again, just to reiterate, we've had some reports of damage around the D'Iberville area as this storm was just starting to get going, and now we have two circulations that we're tracking north of Van Cleve and over into just south of Movella and just to the north and west of Hurley. This entire line is moving off towards the south, and we're still watching a very intense line continuing off into southern portions of Jackson County. So we're watching all of that. And what we can do is just kind of look to see, are we seeing any more rotation within that line? I will say this looks a little ominous over into the Fontainebleau community. I'm just circling this spot right here. So even though Fontainebleau along Highway 90, we're starting to see the blues and the reds. So blue means towards the radar. Red means away from the radar. By the way, the radar is located in Mobile. So if winds are coming this way to the south and just north of that, they're going that way. That's some counterclockwise rotation. Nothing confirmed around that area yet, but we're just monitoring that very closely because these storms have had a history of doing some very quick spin-ups in a very short amount of time, and we just don't want you to be caught off guard. Looks like we got some new scans now on the velocity or the wind speed and direction for our tornado warning over into northern Jackson County. I'm going to zoom in very tight here so we can get exactly where we need to be. And I'm just going to wrap this up really quick, and I believe we got some new information from Hugh, but let me just point on this really quick. We do still have that circulation now. It's crossing just south of Wade, about to cross 613, or 63 rather, and then just south of Old Americus, that circulation's crossing Highway 63. Let's toss it back over to the news desk where we're getting some more reports coming on in.
Okay, thank you there, and we are continuing to follow this developing situation. Once again, we do have reports from Jackson County that a tornado did touch down, causing damage on Lemoyne Boulevard, right outside of D'Iberville, pretty much on the Harrison and Jackson County line.